Hello, this is Frontline here, and welcome to another episode on the Craftaway realm here on the Bedrock Edition of Minecraft on the Xbox. Yeah, so we are here in our base. I finished off the inside, or at least the inside that matters in the last episode. Or, well, actually it's the inside that doesn't matter, but let's move on from that. So inside here, this is just basically what's from Aztec Labs. My adventure map that I created. I wanted to use this build. I just kind of liked how it turned out. Sorry about the rain, but this whole entire structure I kind of wanted to bring from the jungle of Aztec Labs to here on the realm. So this is going to be our central base. It's not, this part here isn't really going to be decorated much because honestly, this isn't the part that's interesting. This is just a mossed mossed mansion. Kind of sounds contradictory, but that's what we're going with here. We've got ourselves a bed, got the lights and stuff. I still might have to fix the lighting situation up here, but nonetheless, what we are going to be doing in this episode is we will go down through the bookcase thing, because we also did that redstone in the last episode. I know I'm doing a lot of recap here, but you might have forgotten. So down here is new stuff. This is a staircase that I built down and leads into a very familiar little pattern that I am using for my base area. So down here, you can see that I have little pathways that can go over around. They're probably going to work their way over here and then turn off into this direction. But we're not going to worry about those right now. Right now is what we gotta do is this right here. This is going to be the storage system. I've already, in a testing world, organized the different chests that will be dug out in this large area here. We're going to try and be able to gather lots of resources. Already you can see I have stone here. This whole entire pod is going to be for stone. Going to have one for cobblestone. You kind of get the idea. You should know what a sorting system is by now. I'm just going to, for now, not do the redstone parts of it because that will take a lot of hoppers. I'm just going to build the actual chest order. And yeah, I'll catch you back once most of that is built. We'll see how long that actually ends up taking if I decide to do some progress updates. But yeah, enough rambling. Let's actually get this sorting system done so that we can actually start having a little bit of organization in our lives. Alright, so now I have all the concrete put in. Let's have a good reveal right here. It's also all it's dug out, by the way. So, right here, 3, 2, 1, pan. Right here, I mean, the sides, ignore the sides for now. The chests are going to cover that up, and that's eventually going to be built up. Right here is what the storage system area is going to look like. And if anything, I think that it looks pretty nice, honestly. Like, having the borders and the indented walls makes it so that you're able to see quite a bit of the yellow as well. And the chests are also going to go over, so that's kind of going to kind of get rid of that like effect a little bit, but it's still going to end up the indents give it a little bit of shape. And these hallways here, when they don't have indents, it really does look like a void. It's like I'm just staring at blackness right now. So when you're in here, obviously you're actually going to have a sense of where the walls are, a little bit of depth perception rather than just blindly assuming that you're in the right position. So I think that this room will end up quite fine. All we need to do is add in the chests. I need to get a lot of chests. I've also moved around some of these just so that I'm able to put around like dirt and the andesite, granite, like other kinds of materials. I'll have them all arranged around here, and yeah, see how that ends up working out for this system. Alright, the chests are filled. It looks really awesome right now. I have even item frames up at the top. I might eventually get rid of the item frames, but right now I'm just going to keep them just so that I kind of have a little bit of a visual of what I have in each chest, and I'll eventually be able to organize them a little bit later too, because I'm betting that I'm going to want to change this layout around at least a little. So over here, we've got a giant section for stone. And you might be thinking that this is like not really like necessary, that like, oh, you're not going to have that much stone. We're already in this chest. I'll admit that I guess we're not really that far, but right now, like, we go through this chest, we're already full on that one, and now we're like halfway done on this one. If you also, just as I'm going through these, I am going in a circle, and that's mainly because that's actually how the hopper line is going to go. The storage here, I'm actually going to be able to have an automatic sorter that will go along the hopper line, but right now that's not built. We're not going to build in this episode, mainly because I know that I'm going to be changing around all of these chests eventually, and I don't want to do it once every little piece of redstone is put in. So let's continue. We've got cobblestone chests. I feel like this is a good amount. Dirt, we actually have more of that than cobblestone, so I might even shift this over so we have 3 sections for the dirt. Over here we've got gravel. The actually interesting thing about the gravel is that I'll be able to also filter in flint just because we have this pillar here. This pillar will allow me to be able to have different item sortings be able to go through here. So already we have like flint and gravel just kind of intermixed within that place. Andesite, granite, diorite. Over here there's like 6 types of wood, so it doesn't all fit into one panel perfectly. So we got oak wood, we've got spruce, birch. This is going to be jungle, this is going to be acacia, and this is dark oak. So I don't have these types of wood yet. I actually grabbed some saplings recently, so I will stock up on those. But for now, that's not really going to happen. We've got farming stuff, pumpkins, also carved pumpkins because of like that little trick. Melons, all that kind of stuff. We've got the chorus flower, I think they're called. Yeah, they're called chorus flower. Chorus fruit, endstone, netherwort, soul sand, netherrack, normal sand, and then we've got miscellaneous. Because of course, I have a bunch of miscellaneous items that are all around. Heck, I even have my little beacon I'll have to put up at some point. So there's a lot of items in there that probably should deserve their own chests. And I might try to merge this area a little bit, especially since I have no end stone. I only had enough so that I could put stuff in here. I don't really have that much chorus fruit. I don't have much use for that and chorus flower. So that will eventually most likely change. It's just I don't know what's going to replace those items for now. So yeah, this place is looking quite good, but you may be noticing that it is missing something. And it is missing an area for my valuables. I have like an ender chest. Actually, I might be able to grab that right now. If I can find it here really quickly. Wow, first try, ender chest. So this isn't going to be his permanent location, but obviously we have a bunch of different valuables. Already the blocks of coal are like taking up way too much space in my ender chest. And I want to be able to place like all these items somewhere else, because I even have like different tools that I'd probably want to go over there. So yeah, we're going to build that next clip, and then I'm also going to do some redstone on camera to show you guys how I'm going to be able to hide it and add a little level of security to it. So here we are. We do in fact have an area down here in which we have our different valuable items that aren't very organized. I'll definitely change it at some point here. It's not too important. I have too many chests for what I need. I also have a little bit of guarding saying if you're not frontline, please leave. That may not work in some cases, so instead of only having that level of security, we're going to do a little bit of redstone to create a key that can only be activated by a secret combination of levers that, of course, I'm going to be showing in this video, so it's not exactly the most secure little redstone contraption, but honestly, in Minecraft, anyone can dig through any block, so it's not really about security, it's more about coolness factor. So yeah, let's build that right now. Right here, what I want to do is I want to have it, first of all, let's actually grab the lamps. I want to have it so that when you pull down this outside lever there and this outside lever here, that will hopefully be able to actually activate this thing and allow people to go through. Hopefully only me, but you know, of course it can really, I guess, be anyone. So over here, what we're going to do is have an AND gate. Now, if you don't know what an AND gate is something that allows you to be able to have a redstone signal. I should probably have more items in my inventory here. It allows you to have a little bit of a logic in your system where a piece of redstone dust has to be activated is well in conjunction with another line in order to display a positive output. So let's just have this thing up here. I'll have this bit right here kind of sticking out. So this block right here, this one's running into. It's on, so it will turn that one off. The other one's also on, turn that one off. A redstone dust will be in the middle. If any of those are on, it will actually invert this torch, giving a negative signal. And in that case, it would not be able to go into here and be able to activate this door. But first, we actually got to also do this area. So if I just quickly end up doing this here, don't need that block there, but at this point it's kind of hard for me to get rid of it without my axe in my inventory. We can have this here. I'll dig this away at the top. Just again, it's the same exact thing. AND gates are a very cool little circuit that you may want to learn yourself if you ever get into redstone. A lot of you who are watching this probably already know what an AND gate is, but I'm still going to kind of show you the basics here anyway. I accidentally grabbed the wrong thing, so that's alright, we can just grab that. I might as well also grab some repeaters because we might need some of those, depending. And yeah, that will be there. The redstone dust needs to go into the middle, and then we already have our circuit here. So what we want to do is be able to have it so that, first of all, this is automatically on. Once I put this redstone torch here, it powers this piston as well as powers the block above it, which activates the piston there. So what we want to do is have another AND. There's a lot of AND gates because a password protection needs to be able to make sure that if and only if those two levers are pulled, this whole entire circuit works. So that is like that. We're going to have to move this back, and I would rather use my axe to do this rather than having to move stuff around. So we will want to move that more in line with this, so that once we have that, we can have a redstone push into it. That means it's opened. See, it's like this redstone dust would actually be like unactivated if any of these were not done correctly. In this case, they will be done correctly as we just line up our redstone through and through, because right there, that activates that. This will activate this. Once we get the redstone good, there we go. And now, once we're on the other side, this door is open. It doesn't really look like it from this angle just because the black really blends in. But yeah, the door is open. We're able to go into our secret little frontline cave. If we ever do a different combination, like say we want to have that, this door closes. We're not able to go down anymore. Open it, it does it. Let's say we like just do that one off. It doesn't work. You get the idea. It's like it's basically the only way for us to get in is to do that. All we need to do now is just seal it off with some black concrete, and bam, impromptu redstone. Impromptu redstone tutorial, may I ask you, or may I tell you, whatever. So that's how you do that kind of thing. If you ever want to do one for yourself, normally there's not really a, I mean, there is a science to it, but you can really do this in multiple ways. The way I did it probably wasn't the most compact way of doing the redstone, but it's a very efficient way of being able to have this little door open. The storage system is now done, which means we can tackle all sorts of large projects in the realm. And although we probably could have tackled a bunch of large projects anyway, that little bit of organization and being able to know exactly where all my items are, or at least most of my items anyway, it's not that organized, but yeah, we're actually able to do a lot of different projects, know exactly where wood is, know where like my other stuff is, stone, I've got cobblestone, dirt, all that kinds of stuff I can just find. So before we end off the episode, I just want to show off exactly what we're going to be doing in this area in the future. Not in the next episode, unfortunately. I'm going to be doing other projects next, but as time goes on, we're going to actually be working on this area. And the reason it's nighttime, and I purposefully decided not to sleep through the night and have to deal with all of these creatures trying to attack me, is that I did end up actually creating a path. It's not done completely, it's mostly done, but I just kind of lit up the path with like jack-o'-lanterns underneath a path blocks, and because they're transparent, it allows light to go through and adds for a hidden light source, or at least hidden if it wasn't for the fact that this one I kind of placed in a bad position. So as we kind of go around here, I'm going to just like plant down different dark oak trees. Like this whole entire area here originally wasn't dark oak forest, but I feel as though like this area was wasted potential, and that we're going to extend dark oak forest into this area. That is going to basically be the center of the base, and then there's going to be like little villages and like other kinds of things that just kind of surround. We're going to try and like build an empire here. Eventually, like I have a plan to make a lake here. The path isn't like lit up in these areas, mainly because the path in reality needs to lift up, because no lake just dives down and allows for a path to be like that. So still needs to be like a lot of terraforming and stuff, but of course I need to be able to get the trees and all that in there, and that's the reason why I wanted the dark oak saplings from earlier. It would really help in being able to extend it out. Dark oak saplings unfortunately are very hard to get, just because when you chop down a tree, apparently this area isn't lit up yet, but yeah, apparently when you chop down a dark oak tree, it not only drops like apples and stuff, which you really don't want when you're trying to get a bunch of saplings. It ends up being that like you don't get that many. You get maybe like 4 to 6, which barely replenishes the amount that you took to grow the tree. And yeah, it's not the best thing. So we're going to try to extend this area already. You know, like the lighting does help. Of course, mobs still spawn, which we don't really want. I don't really want a creeper to be able to come into the area and just trap us down. I mean, already this I'm pretty sure was a creeper hole from forever ago. But yeah, it's like there's a lot of plans for this area. Stay tuned for them. I won't be building them too soon, but I've got a lot. There's even like a mountain there that I'm probably going to build like some sort of like civilization, like town inside. That's going to be like an extension of the entire enchanted forest. But anyway, that's pretty much all the time I have for today. I just wanted to end the episode with a little bit of plans for the future. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. Be sure to share it and subscribe so you can see more content like this. And until the next episode, I will see you guys all later. Bye.